Passport to Rangers are returning to Europe tomorrow night away to Benfica at the unusual time of 8 o'clock, because when was the last time we kicked off at home at 5:45 and away at 8 o'clock? Just absolutely bizarre times, but well, I'll say bizarre times. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but I guess for some people who work to 5, for example, it would be a difficult one to make. Obviously, midweek games naturally are a wee bit later in the evening than that, but it is the return of Europe, folks. Europa League group was so up and down. Like, the fact that we picked up 1 point against Iris Limassol is disgraceful, but then you look at the other 4 games, 3 wins and a draw, and it's phenomenal. It really is. I mean, it's definitely two sides of a coin, absolutely, for Rangers. It's even more bizarre about it. It's like it featured the best of Beale this season, the worst of Rangers, and also like some of the best that we've seen under Clement with the win against Betis. The win against Betis for both of them, both managers. I mean, both games against Iris Limassol were absolutely disgusting. They were. I can't spin it, especially the away game. The home game was bad, but I say but, like, I think there's no real excuse for it. But anyway, that's all in the past. We topped the group. I mean, realistically though, we should have been going through with 16 points rather than 11, but it doesn't matter, because we still topped the group and we got a hard enough draw, folks, against Benfica. Benfica knocked out the cup by Sporting Lisbon, then pumped 5-0 by Porto there at the weekend. Of course, we were on the back, another horrendous result against Motherwell. Still top of the league, and it's two teams that both need a win. Benfica, we've both got injury problems at the minute, both of us. Both teams will be looking to go further in this competition. You look at the teams that we've already beat this season. When we beat Real Betis over 2 games, easy, 1-0 and 3-2, so 4-2 on aggregate. I think Benfica are just a wee bit better than Real Betis, but yeah, we've beat harder teams in the past. We drew twice with Benfica during the COVID season. Should have easily won both games, if you remember them. 2 each IBROX for each in Portugal. If you actually think of those Benfica games, we should have won easily, both of them. And it seems to be a gimmick in Europe where we don't really concede like average goals. It's either like horrendous mistakes or worldies. But you look back at, I mean, Leipzig, for example. Look at Angelino's goal and then Kunku's goal. 2 brilliant goals. You look at the Frankfurt final, don't really want to look at it, folks, but awful defending. The entire Champions League campaign, they were like either brilliant goals or we were just absolute mince. Like, there was like no in between. And it stems, you can look at Porto and we drew 1-1. Brilliant goal. But the need to depress myself any further. We're not going to go through any more European goals that Rangers have conceded. The reality is, I think that's just, I mean, I'm not saying we can't concede like average goals, but ever seems to be like worldies or just defensive disasters at the back. But good news is McCausland is back in training. I thought he was going to be for a decent amount of time, maybe not a couple of months, like a couple of weeks, but back in training, that's good. I still stand by the point that I don't think it was a red for Dan Casey, even though I took it because we were on the game if he got sent off. But yeah, seemed to be literally the only Rangers fan in comments or on YouTube or punditry that's actually come out and said that it wasn't a red. Pretty much everybody has come out and said that Dan Casey should have been sent off. But here, opinions are like arseholes. We've all got one, but it is what it is. But for this game, you know, Benfica, Di Maria and co, just got perfect blend of like veterans and youngsters. What's that going to hold for Rangers? I'm not too sure. I think though, if we can turn up, get a 1-0 defeat, a draw or something, I think we'll be doing no bad. As long as the game's still alive for the second leg. But you know, not to be negative, you say that, but if you put in a performance like that Motherwell game, you're not getting anywhere into the next round. But I'll go for 2-1 Benfica. I think it'll be a close game. Hopefully Tavernier doesn't get injured. Oh no, sorry, picks up a yellow, because if he misses, he would miss the next round. But yeah, that's more to worry about after the end of these 2 legs when you're through to the quarterfinals rather than right now. So yeah, that's where we'll leave this video, guys. Till next time, 2-1. I'm going to go for Tavernier, get a goal. Penalty probably. Till then though, peace.